guests here, please raise your hand. Okay, good. Right. For anything in life, anything you want to achieve, what and how will come very late, should come late. Why should be the first question you should ask. Why Toastmasters? Yeah, that's a question. I will ask some guests why they are here, though you have told already. Why are you here?
So I'm here to improve my speaking skills, as well as I know we come from different walls, variety of backgrounds. So personally that's a gain for me because I get to meet so many people from different industry and it's a knowledge gaining session for me.
Thank you. How about you?
So for me, communication is the core of my profession as a consultant. And for the past years, from my education to my professional career, I've been speaking in the stages, in the public forums and in conferences and everything. And in the last couple of years, I found myself, in a downward spiral in the way I communicate. Because I worked in companies where it doesn't require much of English speaking. So I switched to other languages, Tamil, Telugu and other things. And I found myself in a way that I'm not as efficient as I was before. And I thought Toastmasters is one place where I can, regain my skills and get the old confidence which I had. So, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Next. Uday.
So, me personally, I'm not a very outspoken person. So, I wanted to train myself in a way where I can engage with a lot of people and also build my interpersonal skills. So, which is why I wanted to, start up with Toastmasters.
Thank you. What you?
I'm here because I want to spend my Sunday a bit productively, and also, like everybody else said, I want to improve my communication skills to be able to get my point across person more efficiently, and I hope to gain all these things here.
Thank you. Go on, guest. Yeah, please.
I came here to improve my communication skills and real skills as well. And if someone asks me a question, I will reply in a single way. To improve that, I came here to Toastmasters to utilize that.
Thank you. So, most of you, all the guests, have come here to improve your communication skills and, of course, leadership skills and public speaking skills. These are all very essential skills in today's world. Many people who are competent in their technical and professional knowledge, they may be lacking in communication skills. How to present your ideas or proposals or suggestions in a very, very articulate manner to the audience, intended stakeholders. It could be your boss or your team, or even at your own home. How you are communicating, that that is very relevant today. Okay. I joined Toastmasters in 2012. By that time, I was already a mid-level manager. I was comfortable handling or communicating to my own team. But when it comes to addressing large gathering involving other department people and all, I used to feel nervous. Also, I used to have some kind of nervousness in talking to strangers. Whenever I go to a new environment, I won't be very comfortable in asking questions or going to the stage and delivering even small speeches. That is when I joined Toastmasters. There are other things which I had done before that. Nothing lasted for more than a year or two. Not about public speaking, about yoga or meditation or other spiritual things. I had joined earlier, but this is one thing where I have stayed for more than a decade. Now it is 12 years. And when I joined, I was working. After a couple of years, I left the company. And then I was trying to do something. I wanted to do something professionally, a business or something. I was trying to do something in 3D printing along with another person. For 2 years, I was working with that person. But then I realized I am not cut out for startup at that stage or age. I didn't have the patience, or I didn't have the patience. But at that point, I decided to give it up and focus on other things which I enjoy anyway. Okay, Toastmasters has given me a good platform to develop my communication and leadership skills. Even in a company, what you have is called authority. Okay, you have a manager, you are a manager, you have that functional authority. But then in Toastmasters, leaders are servant leaders. What they command is earned authority. You earn the respect, you earn the authority to influence others. That is the reason why many people join Toastmasters. They develop their communication skills as well as leadership skills. There are several opportunities in Toastmasters to learn and exhibit your leadership skills. And also, when it comes to communication, I always like to quote one movie instance. Have you all seen the movie Tamil Padam? How many of you have seen this? Okay, good. In that movie, the hero wants to impress his lady love. He wants to dance and impress. You know, he was inspired by Prabhudeva's dance and he wants to impress her. He reads overnight. He sees all the movements, Abhinayas, all that. He does all that. Just sitting, looking at the book. The next day he goes and performs the dance. Instead of the heroine's face, monkey is the outcome. Then she gets disappointed. That is how it happens. So we cannot develop certain skills overnight. By just reading a book, we cannot learn things. We need to practice. How do we practice? We cannot keep on looking for opportunities in office. We may not get the opportunities at office or at home. At home, your spouse may not listen to you all the time. In that sense, Toastmasters is a place where others listen to you and also you listen to others. Listening skills you can improve. Okay. Infosys chairman, past Infosys chairman Narayanamurthy once said, it took 25 years for us to become an overnight success. So sometimes when we see the successful people, we feel, oh, they are lucky or they have become successful by some means. Without hard work, without perseverance, without consistent effort, nothing will happen. We all know that. So in that sense, Toastmasters is an excellent platform where you come week on week and then start practicing different skills. It's when we say the umbrella term communication skills, but there are so many different sub-skills or competencies under that. How you open a speech, how you make transitions during the body of the speech, and how you conclude. So this is the speech structure that we are talking about. You can learn that. And today you saw two speeches about body language and vocal variety. How you use body language and vocal variety, we may know intuitively by looking at some speeches. But then in Toastmasters, there is a lot of training material which you can go through and then practice. Learn from others and also learn by practicing your speeches. Body language and vocal variety. Then humor. Humor is very important. When you deliver a message, you need to incorporate humor as much as possible so that it gets into the audience. If you are making your speech totally preachy, then the audience may not even like it, they may not listen to you. You need to add humor. In Toastmasters, the educational program called Pathways has a lot of training material to learn how to deliver a humorous speech. In fact, there is a complete path called Engaging Humor, which is dedicated for developing your humorously speaking skills. Initially, when I joined, I was not comfortable in delivering humorous speeches. In fact, by accident, not accident, because of some compulsion, the contest master asked me to become a participant or contestant. Just for your information, every 6 months we have speech contests. There is something will be coming up next month or so, that is called International Speech Contest, where you need to deliver a message by you have to influence the audience. The other term, in the other term, we will have humorous speech contest. I used to avoid that, but later on I started practicing that. Initially, I had to request audience to smile or laugh, all that. But over time, I was able to gain some confidence. Even now, I have not reached beyond division stage. I have gone into the division stage as a humorous speech contestant, but not beyond that. There, of course, it depends on the kind of content you have and also how you deliver. A lot of skills come into play when you are delivering your humorous speech. Okay, if that may or may not be your objective, you may be interested in influencing people only. In that case, you can add only a little bit of humor in your speech and make that message reach the audience. Okay. And when it comes to leadership skills, we have in every club there are 7 officers who make the executive committee. That executive committee is responsible for running the club affairs. It is like a startup in one way, though there is no revenue or laws kind of things, but here you are trying to build an entity that will hold together and will shine together and will grow together. Everyone supports each other to make this club and members become better speakers and better leaders. That is what is the idea. So beyond club level, we have area, division and district. So there are so many leadership opportunities. So whether you want to develop your communication skills or public speaking skills or leadership skills, Toastmasters provides lots of opportunities. Now at this point, let me pause for a while and ask if there are questions. Any question is okay.
How you are managing, sir, time?
Well, when it comes to time management, as far as I am concerned, right now I am a retired person. I have 24 hours a day. But there are district leaders who are working full time. In fact, they are managing their time very efficiently. They are responsible and accountable for their own professional organizations or company or team, whatever it is. In addition to that, they have to manage their personal commitments. If they happen to be women officers, they also have more responsibility at home. With that, they have been managing. Finally, time management is all about energy management or task management. There are several techniques. If you analyze your time on a daily basis, you will know where your time goes. Anything if you want to improve, start with your logging or whatever, where you are spending your time or energy. If you want to go for a walk every day, but if you are getting up very late, because you slept late watching reels and whatever, there are many distractors in our life. We have to be very watchful about how we are using how we are overcoming those distractors. If you do that, then probably you will be able to manage your time. Another thing is, as I said, purpose. Why? If you want to achieve something, that is where your time management thing comes, right? Then you want to achieve something, whether you are giving that priority for that. You have to prioritize. It can be on a daily basis also, or a weekly basis or monthly basis. For example, this month my board meeting is coming, so I need to work on it a lot. Probably during that month I'll give priority for the company, but not for the family. Oh, yeah, something like that. When you are a Toastmaster, apart from your professional commitments, personal commitments, your development commitment comes. Because in Toastmasters, once you join, it's not that, as I said, by just looking at the book or by just reading the training material, you cannot develop that competency. You need to put efforts. If there is, for example, body language and vocabulary project is there, you need to come up with a topic that will suit that project. And you have to prepare the script, you have to rehearse, probably you have to send it to the mentor for review, and then rehearse and then deliver. Sometimes when you deliver, it may not come out as you intended to or as you wanted to, but then don't give up. Toastmasters is a platform where you can make mistakes without much of impact or loss. In fact, in Toastmasters, you can develop growth mindset. Growth mindset is what? Even when everyone applauds, you may think, oh, here I should have done something different, something better. Yeah, all that. So you always want to do better and better. Currently I am getting this recorded because I want to deliver this kind of education session next time better. Yeah. Whether today it may not be a structured one. I wanted to get the inputs from all the people and then see if I can fine tune that. Are there any more questions now? Even Toastmasters can ask, members can ask. Just like in flight, after the seat belt sign is gone, you can still continue to wear it. Like that, the Toastmasters who have become members, if you have any questions, you can ask.
I have a couple of questions.
Sure.
So, how do you manage a situation where like not all your ex-com members are active for the club's contribution? So, how do you manage that? That's one. And another one is like, how do you manage the funds?
Okay. Funds thing we will discuss separately. That will require a little more time. When it comes to not all the 7 officers are working the way they are expected to work, sometimes we have to manage. Because at the time of taking up the roles, they are very enthusiastic. They don't know what kind of efforts will be required to perform that role. Or after becoming the club officer, something might have changed. Suddenly their workload might have increased. All that happens. As long as 2 or 3 club officers are very passionate and they are willing to put in extra efforts, things can be managed. We have also, because our club, Emerging Leaders Toastmasters Club, this term is the 12th term because we started in 2019 June and 11 ex-com teams have performed, and in every ex-com team, some people or other, due to various reasons, would not have been performing. Because of that, others have to catch up and do extra effort. This is where I am talking about. This is like a startup, especially when you are chartering a new club, there will be challenges. Members may not be active, members may not be coming up for taking up roles or delivering speeches. This is where you develop patience and passion to sustain the operations. Yeah, there are clubs which I know which had only one speech or speeches from other club members, role plays from other club members, especially during COVID times, online meetings. I was a club mentor for another club. In that meeting, if you see, there will be 12 or 13 people, only 2 may be members of that club. But at that time it was decided no single meeting can be skipped. We will go on with the meeting, come what may. Even if there is only one speaker or no speaker from the club, we will invite from other clubs. So that way, we have a supportive district. There are many clubs with the area director or division director, we can seek their help and then we can invite people to take up roles. Yeah, that is one way you can do it. Yeah.
Before 12 years, you would have started with some reason to achieve, and after achieving, what is your driving thing to staying Toastmasters and moving forward?
Okay. See, When I joined 12 years back, I didn't have any clear expectation. I didn't even know about Toastmasters, what it can do. My cousin suggested, at that time I was going through a lean period in office, my cousin said, there is a platform called Toastmasters, so why don't you try it? I attended one meeting, then second meeting, then the third meeting. I felt, this is my home. I became a member there. Thereafter, slowly I was developing. As I said, initially I was happy delivering speeches. After some time, I started competing in the contest. In international speech contest, I was division level winner at one contest and went to the district level also. But that time, in the division contest, one other famous Sridhar Ranganathan didn't participate, because of which I became the winner. That way, at least I went to the district stage at that time. After that, I slowly started going out of my club. Initially, I was restricting myself for the first few years. Thereafter, there was one youth leadership program that was happening somewhere. I was going there for about 8 weeks on a Saturday morning. We had to go to Panimalar Institute of Technology to deliver that speechcraft program, some 6 or 7 people. From that time onwards, it became more, I became more and more passionate. Then we chartered another club, Emerging Leaders Toastmasters Club. Then I became area director, division director. See, this is what happens. Sometimes you may not join with very clear expectation, or your expectations might have gone up after joining. Initially you want to develop the skills only, but after joining it may become your passion. Okay. In that sense, it's a warning for some of you. You may become so passionate that your family members may start thinking you are lost. You have to be positively addicted to Toastmasters. You should enjoy. You should not undergo any stress or something. Sometimes as the president or area director or the division director, there will be pressure from the from the top saying that you need to achieve this, you need to achieve this, all that. But then you have to see, given the resources, how you can manage. In fact, that way there are many leadership projects. You can talk about conflict resolution, or you can talk about projects which you need to do as part of all these projects itself. There are many team projects that you need to. Yeah. These are all the various benefits that you can get once you join Toastmasters. There is no limit on what you can get from out of Toastmasters. In fact, you can go through a personal transformation. Your thoughts may improve. Your writings may improve, your speeches will improve, your networking will improve. I can go on saying what are all the different benefits. It all depends on what you want to get and what amount of efforts you are ready to put. Yeah.
One question.
If there are, yeah.
So, like you are so much indulged with the Toastmaster Club. So, what is that your purpose? Because every human being has a purpose. They are living with that. And is that your like or wish or your innate intelligence to drive this, or what about it?
Okay, so we need to answer the question, what's in it for me? Everyone has to ask that question about anything. What's in it for me, right? That's a very famous question. When I think about it, say I am a retired person. My personal commitments are kind of done. For me, it's mostly networking skills, okay? Week on week we are able to meet people, and also I get the sense of satisfaction of mentoring people. I have about 7 or 8 mentees in my club. I also mentor some more people, about 7 or 8 outside my home club. In that sense, I feel that is my purpose, I can say. I am still growing. At the same time, I am also able to help others. And this Emerging Leaders Toastmasters Club is chartered 5 years back. So far, at least 150 people would have joined at different stages. Currently, we are 35. 31, we will be reaching 35 to 40 or something. So many people have been introduced to this platform and they have seen improvements in their personal and professional spheres. For example, some people, they were not able to communicate well. They joined after some years. They were able to rise in their organization. In fact, yesterday in our club, one member met me and said he got promoted as a senior manager, and of course he has been there for about 3-4 months only, but during this period itself he has developed confidence in dealing with several things. Yeah. So my purpose is I get enjoyment, I get self-satisfaction in mentoring others, and I also challenge myself now and then. Yeah. Thank you. If there are no other questions, thank you for giving me this opportunity, and I encourage all the guests to attend regularly, and once you are convinced, become a member. There are certain things in life you feel I should have started much earlier. Toastmasters for me is one such thing. Had I started much before, 20 years back, I could have lived very differently. I could have grown in my organization very differently, all that. So, better late than never. Please join Toastmasters and grow. Thank you.